Hey guys, so I just created a coffee machine program here using object-oriented programming. As you can see, I've created class and I've given attributes here, and I've used the concept of inheritance. That means I've used a class inside another class, which is my parent class, that is the data, and coffee machine is child class. So I've passed the parent class inside the parameter of a child class so that it can use the attributes of the parent class data, that is data.menu. You can see here the name of the attribute was menu. So I've created this program successfully, and let me know if you want a detailed tutorial, and I'm thinking to post it in some time. So you can just subscribe to my channel so that you'll get the notification for that. So let's see how our program is working. So just let me just expand this window. Okay, so it's asking, please enter what would you like to have from the options. So let me say, let's say we would like to have a latte, and the check is successful. So it's stating that your latte is of $2.5. Would you like to proceed? Let's say yes. Okay, success. Here's your latte. Enjoy your day. What if I don't have enough money? I would say no. So let's run the program again. Say latte. Sorry, there isn't enough water. Okay. The resources are gone. Let me rerun the program. Let's want to have a latte, and I don't have $2.5. I'd say no. Failed. Transaction failed, and it will ask the user input for another user. Let's say now this user wants to have an espresso. Okay, check successful. Okay, yes. Success. Here's your espresso. Enjoy your day. Now, why earlier, why the program stopped working was because there wasn't enough water. So the resources are limited here. And what my program is doing, whenever I'm ordering something, it is going inside this menu dictionary, which is kind of a nested dictionary, and it would calculate the ingredients of that particular coffee. That is, if I would like to have an espresso, how much water it will take, 50. How much coffee, 18. And the details would get deducted from here. So you notice that first I ordered a latte and the water was 200. That means it requires 200 of water. And at first it ran successful because we were having 300 water units. Let's say the unit is something liters, for example. And okay, so at first the code ran because we were having 300 of water, but in the next time it said sorry, we don't have enough water, because if you subtract 200 out of 300 you'll get 100. And if we order a latte again, so the machine would say we can't just do that because we don't have enough resources, and it would name the resources specifically, like we don't have enough water, or we don't have enough milk or coffee, like that. So that efficient is our program, is that it would update you in each and every step. So let's rerun this again. Let's order a couple of latte again. Let's say latte, check successful. Okay, I would like to have that. Okay, now if I check, I'll use this particular code check, which let's say only the owner of the coffee machine knows, like how to check the resources, current resources. So I'll enter check. Now you will see the water is 100. Initially the water was 300, but as we have ordered one latte, so the water just got deducted. Now if I again order a latte, it would say sorry, there isn't enough water. So I hope you're enjoying it, and please let me know that if you want a detailed tutorial video on this code, I would be very happy to make a short video on it. And you can just see the code. I'll just walk you through the code. So at first we created a data class. Inside this we called some attributes. We used the concept of inheritance. We entered this data class inside the coffee machine class so that we can access the attributes of data class. We created a function ask user, which will initiate an input function and would ask user what would they like to have. And if they enter anything else like any invalid input, we will warn them for that too. So let's say here the program is asking, please enter what would you like to have from the options. So specifically, we are guiding the user that you have to enter any input from these three. But let's say input and the user entered yes. So we will warn him or her that invalid input, that is yes. So the next time user would be careful and okay, now the user got understood. Okay, I have to enter any option from these three. So let's say let's order an espresso and the check successful. Now what is this check? We are checking the ingredients in this function, check ingredients function, and we're accessing the input. So this input is coming from the ask user. Let's say the user is asking for an espresso. So this espresso input is going inside this check ingredients function. We are accessing the ingredients now. Now if I access data.menu and let's say the user said espresso, so I need another dictionary that is inside the espresso dictionary, that is the ingredients. So I just use this ingredients key here and I treated that to compare it with the resources dictionary, and that's how thing worked. If we have enough ingredients, we will just say check successful and would return success. If it isn't, we will say sorry, there isn't enough, and we would name that resource and will return fail. After that, we'll check payment. So let's say the ingredients are there, but we'll ask the user that, okay, this thing is costing this much. What would you like to proceed? So if the user says yes or no, then we'll return the status. Again, it's a nested function concept. We defined a function inside a function. So this payment status would take the status from the user that would you like to proceed or would you like to buy that coffee? It is costing this much. If the user says yes or no, we'll return the status, and the status would get stored inside this local variable status. If it is yes, then okay, we'll add it in the profit. And the profit is again the variable we describe inside the data class, that is profit, and it would get added. Here it is, and will return success. If the status is no, the user is saying, okay, I don't have that much money, I would just not opt for this. So the user entered no, it'll just return failed. And if the user entered anything else from yes or no, we'll just warn him or her again that invalid input, please answer in yes or no. So we are also guiding the user in each and every step. So that's how you have to code, like keeping everything in mind, and will return failed here again here also. So this is the main code, main working code, which is roughly of 15 to 16 lines, and we are just using those objects and classes and methods of those classes here. Like we described the object coffee machine inside coffee, then we used ask user function which will generate the input, we'll store it inside the choice variable. Then if the choice is off, these are just code words to turn off the machine. We'll just turn it off. And if it is not off or the user is ordering something, we'll just go to the check ingredients method from the coffee machine. So what can I do is just replace it by coffee. I'll just do it later, but these two lines of code I just modified, so that's why I forgot to do the same here. But don't worry, the both the things would work same, nothing much will change. Coffee machine dot check ingredients, so if we just do control click, it will take us to this particular function which will run. And if we do control alt and left arrow key, just take it back to our current position. So the check will happen. If the check is success, we'll just print it and then check for the payment. Okay, the ingredients are there, but is the user interested? We'll just go inside the check payment function. This function will get run. Okay, if it is a success, then we'll just say, okay, here's your espresso, here's your espresso, enjoy your day, like that. So this was the code. Let me know if I should create a detailed video about it or not. But it was very interesting and short project which you can add in your resume and could show your Python skills by this. Thank you so much. If you liked it, please click on the like button and subscribe to my video. Subscribe to my channel. Sorry, it would really motivate me to make some more videos like this.